Hi, this is Tim from UK Home Gym, your home for UK specific independent home gym tips and advice. And today I'm going to tell you why buying workout programs from content creators on YouTube, Instagram, any other social media platform you care to mention is a scam. Now you might think, well, what are you talking about this for? You're just a small channel. You're probably just jealous. You probably wish you could sell fitness programs and so on. Feel free to leave any of those kind of accusations in the comments below. But I want to tell you what I think. I see this going on YouTube, and I find it quite concerning, to be honest with you. And I think that if anybody's listening to this, I do hope that you will consider not buying programs from content creators. Let me add a caveat to that. I'm not talking about online coaching. Online coaching is a completely different thing. I'm talking about buying a sort of cookie cutter program from, a YouTube content creator or whatever who grants you access to this program if you give them $50, £50, something like that, whatever. Now, why is it a scam? Okay, I will explain it to you very succinctly. Firstly, if you are a novice lifter and you don't know where to start, you're saying, well, look, I don't know where to start. This person seems quite muscly. They've got a six-pack and they look quite good on camera. They've got a big following. They probably know what they're talking about. If I give them $50 or whatever and they give me a program, that's good. And you know what? I've tried it and actually it works, and I've got some success. Yeah, you got that success because you are a newbie, and you will get success from any program whatsoever. I could give you a program off the top of my head now. I'd say go to the gym 5 times a week, and do overhead press on Monday, do squats on Tuesday, do bench press on Wednesday, do deadlift on Thursday, and on Friday do bench press, and then rest over the weekend, and then the next week go back and do it all again. But instead of doing all of those exercises for, maybe you used you did that with, I don't know, 50 kilograms or whatever, just number off the top of my head. Do it for 52 kilograms next week if you feel like it, and if you can get it up to 5 reps the following week, go up a bit more than that. And I can give you a very basic a program like that, and I guarantee you're going to put on muscle and you're going to gain a lot of strength until you hit a sort of plateau. And that will be the exact same thing that happens to you if you buy one of these programs. They're probably a bit more sophisticated than what I just mentioned there. But as I said, if I put a bit of time into it, I could probably come up with something as sophisticated as that, and you probably could as well. So for rank beginners, they're fine, but so is anything for rank beginners. You could literally ask AI to come up with something for rank beginners, and it would also work for you. You could just look around on Google and see what you could find for free for rank beginners, and it would work very well for you. If you are an intermediate lifter, you say, well, hang on, I'm intermediate and I don't know what to do. I have this to say to you. You are not an intermediate lifter if you don't know how to program at all. Unless you've been working with a coach who's been spoon feeding you all of your programs, and you've managed to get yourself to an intermediate level of strength, great. But you're probably not watching a YouTube channel about home gyms if that's the case. If you've got a home gym, if you're just a normal regular punter, whatever, you probably don't have a top quality coach who's with you at every step of, or every single training session or whatever. You are probably not in that kind category. So you're still a beginner until you know how to program. And once you know how to program, you don't need any YouTube creator, fitness influencer, whatever's program, because you know how to do it all yourself. So the scam is, if you are a beginner, you don't need any of these things. Any properly designed program will bring you to a point where you have a level of strength that you then need to think about how to progress further if you wish to continue progressing further. The real scam is to not teach you how to program yourself. Now, if you learn how to program yourself, you learn how to improve your own program mid-program. If you learn these sort of basics of how to do it, you will never need pay anyone for anything like that. Of course, if I'm not talking about like you're saying, well, what about the top weightlifters in the world? Don't they all have coaches? Of course they do. But we're talking about something completely different. We're talking about coaches who are with you and do all the thinking for you so you can focus on doing the lifting. Now, I don't know if you can afford that kind of thing. I can't. My guess is probably you can't either. So, this is not something that you can afford to do. If you were to pay someone to coach you online, maybe that could work well, and maybe that's not quite as scammy as selling people these sort of pre-made programs, whatever. But I find it very disingenuous, and I think that you'd be better off spending your money on some gym equipment or something like that than spending £50, $50, $100, whatever, to unlock some fitness influencers program. The other thing is that many of the people designing these programs are on anabolic steroids, and if that's the case, then what works for them will not necessarily work for you, and maybe the program that they're suggesting isn't what made them big and strong in the first place. So bear that in mind. Anyway, I wonder what your thoughts are. Please leave them in the comments below. I realize this may be a very divisive subject, and you may completely disagree with me. But anyway, I'd be interested in reading your comments, so please do leave them below. Please do check out the rest of this channel. You may find other videos on here that you enjoy watching. You please like, share and subscribe. That does help me grow the channel. Please do check out our website. That's ukhomegym.com. And I'll see you next time on UK Home Gym.